Dissentience Exhibition is comprised of 4 works: Interrupted, Attention is a Scarce Resource, Sleep Economy and Science Future. The Dissentience project is a look into the future, a future where technology has pervaded all aspects of daily life. And in this project we were speculating on the ideas of agency, so a future where machine agency actually overtakes human agency. And the name Dissentient is a play on the idea of sentience, of machine sentience. So where machines are actually becoming more animate, more intelligent, able to sense their environment and so forth.
The work Interrupted is basically connecting back to previous examples or prototypical installations that we have been producing. Now, similar to other installations that we have been doing before, which connect back towards sort of material performance and a spatiality or interactive spatiality which can be constructed by animating entities. This work is, again, as previous works before, constructed through a digital materiality. Laser fabricated as 734 pieces, which consists of different parts, 3 different angles here, and then these connector points. So the work links back to previous works, which were based on the idea of the Chuck Hoberman sphere. So what we see here is a sort of kinetic spider element that has the possibility to move, to change, to correspond to a behavior that's either coming from internal programming or that's stimulated by performances that are taking place in the environment that it inhabits. So on the one side there's this reef that hovers above, which is a sort of occupational realm of spiders that live within its depth, which secretly come down to occupy the landscape of the table, which is sort of the cultural, habitual ritual for people to embrace community, modeled potentially also after the last dinner of Christ.
Within the work Interrupted, just described by Dagmar, another artwork called Attention is a Scarce Resource was developed by Michaela Davies. She has been developing a series of works using electric muscle stimulation, where electrodes are applied to the bodies of performers. Her work is exploring ideas again around agency and how technology and other systems are actually almost choreographing the kinds of actions that take place and interrupting our daily routines. During the actual live event at the exhibition opening, it was very interesting to observe the audience reaction to the dinner party and the mediated interruptions by the machine. At the one hand, it was a very disturbing work, and we could see this machinic actions being played out in people's bodies, and it actually is quite painful having electric shock applied to your flesh. But at the same time, it was actually very funny and very amusing, as you'll see by the reactions of the audience. The work Sleep Economy was a collaboration with 2 artists, Garth Knight and Louis Pratt. Garth Knight specialises in rope bondage, and Louis Pratt does sculpture that is digitally generated and printed. So it was a very interesting collaboration developing this work called Sleep Economy, where we're exploring the notion that sleep is no longer the final refuge from the world, and in fact the body becomes a resource for a wider global data processing economy. There are 2 parts to the work. The first is an installation, which is comprised of a sculpture, a body that's actually in a suspended state of sleep and is in a web of network cabling. And the second part of the work is a performance, a solo performance, where the body in dance is actually used as a tool for exploring some of these ideas.
I worked with artists Christine Sin and Valentine Mans to create a simple interactive video booth that enables a form of exquisite corpse storytelling. Participants were invited to tell a story about the life of a future inhabitant of our planet. The booth shows participants only the last couple of minutes from the end of the story, then asks them to continue the story from their own perspective. Scientists were invited to discuss their own contributions to the future through storytelling. The booth consisted of a screen and a single button which participants used to start the Exquisite Corpse process.